Good evening, race fans. This is Vincent RTA here with Beeps, and we're about to watch this race between Junie and Beeps. Who's our opponent here?
Seffi or Antinomy over them.
I am really looking forward to this. This is a tale of two completely different kinds of runners. Beeps and I were talking about this in the chat ahead of time. We got Seffi or Antinomy, who's a very, very technical vanilla speedrunner, and Junie, who does a lot of variety runs, um, a lot of these kinds of randomizers. So really, two extremely experienced in different areas. So this should be. I'm hoping this is a really good race.
Same here. Also, just gonna say we have an ouch seed, so that means it's got to be good.
Excellent.
But yeah, so just Junie checking his controls. But yeah, so Seffi is. If we're gonna be talking about just times in general, Seffi is a 41 runner, and so he's gonna be carried through just his movement in general. But like, yeah, he hasn't been playing Rando all that long compared to Junie, who. The first memory I have of Junie is him asking me about just complete garbage strats in RBMBO, which is very relatable to the run that he's doing right now with Rando. And just he just does a lot of that crazy stuff, and this run is going to be probably a crazy one. So, in the various settings or in the gravity playoffs, we have full countdown. Full countdown in area rando and boss rando. So basically, all the bosses are shuffled, all the areas are shuffled, and you don't have major or minors.
All right, so I'll cover this real quick. For those of you who haven't seen this before, for the full countdown, if you look in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you see we've got this Crater 05. So in each of the areas that we travel to, we're going to see a number on the top left-hand corner. That's going to tell us how many major items are in that area. Now this is a double-edged sword, because it means okay, like we know we got Morph Ball, that's one of our majors. There's 4 majors left in this area. Well, the reason it's a double-edged sword is sometimes you're going to go and you'll find an area with like 2 majors, you find them, and then you move on. But that means you don't keep really searching all that much, and sometimes you end up with really low E-tank counts in this. So it's a really interesting format, and one that I have very much come to enjoy. But hey, there's our first non-morph major. We pick up Screw Attack.
So let's see here. Screw Attack opens up some of the bomb block items, but because the runners don't have power bombs here, they're not going to be able to check meme route at all. So right now, the seed is basically streamlining them up the criteria, and in the Brinstar probably through the left side, but they could check out the red tower transition if they really want to, but that's probably not the best choice.
Yeah, we will see what choices they make. I mean, there's a lot of options here. I mean, it's part of why I love this category, though, is that this opens up to probably the most route divergence of all the categories.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the things I'd like to point about the countdown in this is that you're able to full clear areas and know that you full cleared an area. Oh, and there's a Spazer, Seffi's favorite item, the Seffi Beam. But basically, you're able to see if you hit 0, and then you won't have to stay in an area anymore. Whereas if you don't have to countdown, you might end up staying in an area for much longer than you really need to, only to find out there's literally nothing there. So
yeah, this is part of why, like, now that I'm actually running randomizers myself, this is the type that I've this is the type that I've really enjoyed running. Although I need to work on major, minor, and the other categories, but this is, for me as a runner, it's kind of my favorite category to run. All right, we got Seffi headed to BT, who gives us just super missiles.
Wow. So not getting power bombs by this point is pretty bad. I'm gonna say, because at this point there's 3 transitions the runners can go to, and they're gonna have to find power bombs somewhere.
Up a little bit of freeze for Sephi's screen. Hopefully it'll come back soon. Junie makes this Alcatraz escape, and with that screw attack, a lot of this movement will be a lot easier. Being able to clear through areas. That's definitely an item. Oh, there's our power bombs.
So one thing I will say is that for this particular race, Sephi would do really well getting into go mode fast, whereas the slower the go mode, the more likely Junie is to just take the seed away. And wow, bad attack of Gauntlet.
That's definitely worth a check, because with there being 2 majors left in criteria, at this point the number of locations that could be is pretty low. That means it's looking at the front side of Gauntlet, criteria, power bombs, moat. I think that's about it, right?
So I was looking at the 2-item West Meridia right there. Sorry about that. I was distracted.
Yeah, that's not a great area. So yeah. Green Britain, this is a large area to only have 2 majors, but I found, I don't know why this seems to be the case, but they're almost always, for some reason, in early supers. I don't know why, but I've seen so many times that the in full countdown, early supers is the room you want to be in.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen otherwise, but
this is definitely worth checking right now. Checking the transition, because you're going to want to know where this goes.
Yeah,
there are a couple of
0-item upper warfare. That's
horrible.
Good. Well, is it horrible? Because that means you don't have to go there at all.
True, but it's a lot of potential item checks that we just can't do. Now I do like Junie going for the information to look.
Oh, that's
okay. Inside of Norfair. Seeing that transition to where it goes, I do like that.
Yeah,
because we are looking for the one-way locations, like we're looking for we're looking for Turian, we're looking for Kraid's lair, and Crocomyre's lair.
Yeah, I guess the reason I would say that having a 0-item upper Norfair is good is just because it's a humongous area. And you
fair, and it's a lot less checks.
Yeah, and if there's 1 item there, then that would be a very hard sell. But
so now this is the hard thing about this 2-item Green Bryn is, while I said, yeah, I see them up there a lot, it doesn't mean they're going to be there. And we have a little bit of a high five from the runners right now. It could be anywhere of this insane number of locations in this space. But with 2 items, with it being early on, with there being, them seeing a 0-item upper Norfair, they're likely going to try to clear as much as they can here.
Yeah.
This is a room, Junie. If Junie goes into this room, he's got to be very careful.
Yeah, he has screw, so he would be okay. Guess he's not going in, but he would be able to kill them in 1 hit. But Junie's just gonna leave. Let's see
on that half tank, I'd be a little worried. That's very scary.
Yeah. So I imagine he's just gonna check these items here. But one thing I'm thinking of is Sephi only found trash here. So it looks like he's just gonna go straight up to here and then probably check the transition afterward. I don't know.
Missiles. So vanilla there. What do we got on the backside? We can get everything here. Okay,
X-ray.
There's X-ray. All right. I know it's one of your favorite items.
Yeah. Best item in the game.
There's supers. All right. So hey, I called it. The early supers always has something. One of these major items. I don't know why. Definitely want to grab that. Heck, even in the race I just saw happening on 2, Saw MM2 doing an X-ray climb out of Dragon in
Yeah.
Precious Room.
So
I think that part of that was swag, but
one thing I'm thinking about with this race is I've been watching both of the runners like outside of the race, and they're both really scared of each other in this race. So I imagine we're going to be seeing some much more risky plays from both runners right now.
I wouldn't be shocked at all. I very likely because they're looking to try to get that little bit of edge on each other.
Yeah, like Junie already orphaning an item over here. Like maybe he'll be back, but I wouldn't count on it. And Seffi's
might just be checking this transition.
Potentially, depend. Okay, definitely.
Yeah,
just
that's backside of. Yep, we can't go there. Not with this item loadout.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is playing out exactly how I said these do. We are 9 minutes in. We have a total of 1 E-tank so far. And 2 items in wreck ship. So that means that, I mean, we haven't seen some areas. We haven't seen Lower Airfare's number. We haven't seen East Meridia's number. And we haven't seen Crockemeier's number or Craig's lair. So there's still some areas we could find some more items. Oh, we did see.
So
did we see Lower Norfair?
We saw Lower Norfair front.
Oh, we saw the front. Yeah, and it had 2. Okay. Right, we saw front side.
But one thing that might be really interesting is that the final item might actually be in Waterway, which I'd be curious to see what Junie does after that, if there's nothing down here at the missile pack. But if there is something down here, you could see how Seffi and Junie would be like right on top of each other, basically, because of the way the route worked out. Oh, there is plasma. So yeah, Junie and Seffi are basically right on top of each other now. I guess actually Junie is an early super ahead right now. And that's the rando knowledge pulling through for Junie.
All right, Junie's going to be heading back. Now, Seffi already did check check these supers down here. Post supers.
Yeah.
But Junie has not yet.
And he's not going to.
Yep, just gonna abandon this area. Yeah, with 0 majors left, he's gonna get out of here.
Yeah. And I imagine the only other places he could go is Criteria now. Probably gonna get the rest of the stuff here, maybe? Actually, I don't know. But I imagine we'll check the right side of ship now because he doesn't really have anywhere to go except meme route.
Right. So I think this is the areas that are accessible right now. We can check the front side of Gauntlet. We can check, and Gauntlet's kind of free with us having Screw Attack.
Yeah.
So front side of Gauntlet.
Low. So I don't think we're going to see a Gauntlet check personally. Oh, I guess we are seeing some. Yeah, it's 230. Yeah. Some item checks. Especially if we see an item here, we're not going to see Gauntlet. Yeah, I guess getting a missile.
Nope, just vanilla missiles.
Who knows, maybe it will be the last missile he gets. Probably not, actually.
All right, so of the item locations left, front side of Gauntlet, Criteria power bombs, or Moat. That's it. So those 3 items are one of those are in those, only can be in those locations. So Moat, I would definitely think is the next check.
Yeah. I'd imagine none of them want Billy Mays because that's just so out of the way.
Oh yeah, I believe that space is dead to us.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Junie didn't check moat, though. Oh, well, never mind. And, oh, 0 item East Meridia, too. That's gross. It's not terrible, but, you're gonna have to go there anyway. Looks like we're gonna be getting a CWJ here. Alright, got the first frame, I think. Got 2 framer coming up. Unfortunate. I'm not sure how much time Junie's gonna spend on this, because it's a dumb trick.
Yeah, but this is one he's definitely executed, and there it is. Yep.
And Croc.
With
one item Croc. That's really disgusting. I'll be honest with ya. But having Croc here is not a bad thing, I'll say, because Croc is a transition you really don't want to get very much, just because it can't ever lead to any other transitions. So especially if you get Croc at the end of Lower Warfare, that's just awful. Because that's you go from one Lower Warfare entrance to the very end, and then you have to go all the way back around to the other one, and it's pain. And Sephi getting the CWJ pretty fast. High 5 at Croc. But as you can see, both runners doing slightly different routes, and they're in the same spot at the same time, basically. And Sephi picking up some major speed on Junie.
One issue we could have here for Junie is if the item for Croc is on the other side of this acid bath with only one tank. I don't think he can reach that.
Oh, almost.
He's going for this bug D boost here.
There we go.
There we go. Well executed.
And a reserve. That will be useful, actually. Because if the item is on the other side of the acid, you'll be able to
get it. This is the time I will take the trash can. Normally, I'm not a fan. I'm okay with it today.
Reserves are also the best time in the game.
We have very different definitions of what the best item in the game are.
Yeah.
Nice. First shot, green gate glitch. As we see, and
also first try.
Second try. All right, look at this.
Yes, I know it was first try. Wink, wink.
Look at how close. Just look at how close this is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is outstanding. Same item loadout, except Steffi does
the speed. Wow.
Okay, no, they both got it. All right.
That's crazy. Literally in the same transition at the same time. Except one's using A to run, the other's using B to run. What a crazy seed. Or honestly, a crazy race.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is exactly what we were hoping for, right? Like,
yeah,
getting to watch some of the no clear.
I guess maybe he's hoping for an E.
Could also be, and yeah, we got the major, so just probably looking for E, because there's nothing else worth checking here. I certainly wouldn't go do sign room here.
Definitely not.
I would just get myself out of Croc's lair and never look back. But hey, worth the check. This is the time when Croc was holding a winner of an item. Yeah. I mean, speed is definitely something worth the run.
At this point, I want to say the best choice would be go down to maybe even Billy Mays. Who knows? But try and find some of the last items and then hit meme route on the way. because that seems to be where the progression is. Because I have a feeling that meme route is probably going to lead to Red Tower.
I was just talking about this in the chat in the previous or one of the other races that in full countdown I believe in ABC. I always bet on Croc. But
and then Junie just pulled ahead of Sephi right there. Wow.
Yeah, this is outstanding.
Actually, where
Looks like Sephi going for. Yep, got the speed. Gonna go check criteria power bombs. I don't dislike this. The speed that makes this very accessible. He's got to be careful in here.
I wonder where Junie. Oh, that's gonna be big.
Junie still does not have an E-tank.
Yeah, I'm confused with Junie. I guess. Actually, I'm not really confused. I'm just because down here is a 0 item upper Norfair, and there's 2 transitions down or 3 transitions down here, but he doesn't have much health, so he could really only go to Croc transition.
So we're gonna find out in a second here if the other major is down at Billy Mays, and it is.
Yeah,
because we know the backside of Gauntlet is just a super missile and a regular.
Yeah.
So
it could also be at the meme route power bomb.
I definitely agree with this from Junie. It's still worth going to. Yep, there you go. Picking up that E tank is definitely important here.
Yeah.
E is valuable in these countdown runs. It cannot be understated. Oh, hey, look. That X-ray paying off, saving time. I almost wonder if Junie didn't want those missiles, but also have to think about if we got plasma, but if we don't get charge, might have to go ammo mode.
Looks like Sephi is also going to do the same route, more or less. But yeah, that space jump is going to be big for Sephi.
Here goes a Frog Alley to get to Bubble Mountain. Interesting.
I think he's... Well, I don't know. Actually, this health... I feel like the best place you can go is a train.
I'm not sure if this is where I'd want to be right now.
Yeah, I don't agree with either the runners going here. I feel like going down the meme route would have been best, personally.
Well, okay, so it is worth mentioning that Junie has the 2 tanks and the reserve, where Sephi only has the extra E tank. So that is a bit of a difference here. Oh, and never mind. Now he has a second actual tank.
Neither runner has gone the meme route. But yeah, I'm just thinking because Red Tower is still out there somewhere, and that's a really big place. Because Red Tower has like what, 6 transitions in it. Basically a highway.
Okay, this is tight. We have screw attack. Why are we power bombing this?
Any other place is good.
Okay, so let's see where he ends up. Okay, here you go. There's your red tower you were asking for.
Yeah, and 0 items again.
Wow. Lower Norfair must be loaded. Oh, here's
a good one.
Oh, we have this. We have Kraid's Lair with 2. Okay. So now we play the boss gamble. Here comes yep.
Oh well. Looks like Kraid has all the items. But I guess Junie just saved, but
Oh yeah, he saved back in Bubble Mountain.
Yeah.
And if this is a no-go, I think this is probably okay because you're not coming back here.
Junie turned off screw attack and never turned it back on. I just realized.
Okay, so this is a boss he can kill. They should both be able to do this. And now here they are. They're both here together. Oh, and we already knew Wreck Ship had two because we saw the back end transition. And both runners saving time on not picking up those missiles with that X-ray. Steffi is going to take this safety save, which in this, because it is full random boss, you never know. It could have been, we could have opened this door and it could have been Ridley. It could have been Dragon, who we have no way to escape. So this was a 50-50 on being a killable boss.
Yeah. Technically slightly less, but more or less, yeah. Oh, well, Gene's got to be very careful now, actually.
Yeah, and those blue flames
okay,
are damage boxes.
I don't like... Oh, okay,
therefore.
Well, he did save in Bubble Mountain, but that's still really bad. Nice health from Sephi. Not anymore. I don't think Sephi will have any problem with this fight. And Junie gonna go down.
Yeah, this is a big difference in health. I'm surprised Junie didn't farm up a little bit before going in. I would have probably at least filled up my E-tank. But he's making this hell run, and this is something Junie does a lot of these. Does a little bit of farm. That's some like high-level farm in there, and we've got this transition, which leads us to.
Oh, that's
it's
not a bad one. Not helpful, but
but it's good to know that location.
Yeah. Because he's gonna be coming back down here later because that's the good Lower Warfare. And especially because the bad Lower Warfare is at the top of Business Center. There's no reason to go to that one ever.
Yes, and as someone in chat points out, that's the inverse vanilla. We get the front side. Okay, so we can't get that other crate item, so we get nothing from killing that boss yet. So I guess it's not really a big deal to not get that yet because it doesn't give us anything right now. It doesn't get us anywhere. And Junie is going back through here.
And looks like his screw is on again. Nice 0-1 pause.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, Junie's just going to check some other locations. Meanwhile, Sephi is climbing up this 0 item red tower. Giving us nothing here. But the thing about Red Tower is it becomes there's reverse meme route, which we know it's very likely that.
Yeah, looks like he's doing that. Oh, there's high jump.
There it is. Okay. That's an item you gotta love to find before you go do Lower Norfair.
Yeah, with his movement items, he is in very good shape. Like high jump, speed, and space jump.
Yeah, that lack of space jump for Junie is definitely not helping here.
Yeah. And ammo seems pretty good in this seed too. There's, I guess you already saw West Meridia.
Wow, I was from West Meridia, born and raised.
It looks like Sephi's actually. Oh, with space, you can probably check the lower warfare transition.
We still have not seen the location of Turian, so I'm not sure where it would be right now. Maybe it's we haven't seen the front side portal for wreck ship. Yeah, as someone in chat points out. So no problem for Junie this time. Choosing to leave that speed off. Steffi doing a little bit of farming before going to check this, and yeah, like this. I hate that I did this. I hate that I called this out, but I said that we were going to get a horrible E-tank count because it's full countdown, and this has been an awful E-tank count. And Steffi's about to learn same thing Junie did, that this is a actual dead end. Just because they're going to end up dead because we still don't have Varya.
So the one thing I can really think of with this seed is using that high jump. You're able to get through the wreck ship, and then that will take you probably to the Turian. So, but yeah, the whole wreck ship trek would be really bad. So having that or having the Turian transition on the other side of wreck ship and lower warfare is just gross because you don't want to have to go all the way through. But that's kind of what it's looking like here.
This has not been good. All right, so that's right. Junie still doesn't have. Oh no, because he doesn't have screw attack, or sorry, space jump. Oh no, never mind. Getting out of there. I was afraid for Junie that he might have went and checked Billy Mays there.
So I stand corrected. There are 2 transitions in West Meridia. So Turian can be in one of those.
All right, we've got 2 here in West Meridia. Sephi's making the movement through. Definitely some definitely a few spots to go check.
And Junie's just gonna he's not gonna deal with that now. Oh, that's not good. So Sephi missing that the
crab entrance there. Yeah.
Oh, and missing the mama turtle. This is where I would say turn to your old friend underwater wall jump. Just do the ooh jumps. Gotta love them.
Is that really anyone's friend though, Beeps?
Huh?
Is that really anyone's friend though, Beeps?
Yes.
Okay, maybe you, because you love
The
You love
expert
doing the-
Nuzzles jump for Junie, as he would say. I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Someone in chat asked what is full countdown? So you'll see on the upper left-hand corner of Junie's map there, it says West Meridia 2. That means 2 of the major items, and the major items are the items you would see up in the HUD, so grapple beam or X-ray, and then any one of either the beams, suits, or movement items that we see in the tracker. So it lets you know how many are left, so you can check out what you still want to do. And if you want to stay in an area, and as we're seeing, finding tanks is a very difficult time here. Junie does get this. We'll see if there's anything good here in Main Street. Spring ball. Best ball.
So, Spring Ball is not the most useful, but it is useful. Like, it will give Junie more access to stuff, but it's not as good as Space Jump, that's for sure.
No, but this does give us some... This gives us some access we didn't have before. The chat's pointing out this is watering hole logic, but this is also potentially a way out of Dragon's Lair. This is, you know,
True.
I mean, not an ideal way out of Dragon's Lair. But...
I mean, the runners already had a way out with the Crystal Flash stuff.
Yeah, but that's gross.
True. But it works, and that's what's important. Oh wow, that's a
big find.
Okay, I don't know where this race is going anymore. What?
Junie wisely waits there because Mama Turtle hits for a lot. So, avoiding that shell hit, I believe she does what, 200 damage?
Yeah. Wait.
2 full tanks?
Actually, I don't know. I don't think it's 200 because that's how much the red key hunters do. But actually, I don't know. I think I think it is 200 actually. Yeah, chat's saying 200.
But Varia here is gigantic. We have to see if Seffi goes right for that play.
Okay, so this I don't know where the seed's going anymore because
here comes a spring ball.
Oh, true. Never mind. Because I was gonna say that Seffi was definitely in the lead before, but now Junie is picked right back up, so he jumped right back in front of Seffi.
So Seffi is going to execute the spring ball jump. Misses, unfortunately, that first time, the second time as well. This is not an easy trick. Because you have to pause in between, have the jump input as you're switching back and forth and turning the spring ball on and off. Yeah, and misses that second one, so is choosing to give up right now on that Mama Turtle, which we know that's a gigantic check at this point.
So Junie got put into a bad spot here. Oh man, I don't like that. I think he just saved in the what's it called? Main Street? No, don't tell me he's gonna do. Wait, I don't know what he's doing actually.
I mean, here's the thing. This is Junie, who's like one of the. He does crazy stuff a lot.
Is he gonna go for Crystal Flat? I don't know. Junie, what are you doing?
Junie's doing Junie things.
Yeah, at this point he needs a reload to save.
Yeah.
Or he's just gonna double sprinkle. Okay, yeah, there we go. Thank you, Junie.
Yes, it goes back to the Main Street save. Meanwhile, Seffi is taking the wreck ship play here.
And does not have Diveria.
No, but this is just like this goes as we were talking about when we first talked about the race, that it can lead to some wildly different paths.
Yeah.
You know, when we have some similar things going on earlier, but this is definitely a huge divergence going now, and a big part of that obviously is Junie has the Varia, which
and I feel like that comes from just the Rando knowledge, because he knew how to do the morph unmorph thing. But one thing I want to say before Seffi goes too far in the wreck ship is, if gravity is up here, who knows what will happen? But if gravity's in lower Norfair, I think it's all on Junie. It's all for Junie. Like, or I think it was a 2-item lower Norfair.
It is a 2-item lower Norfair, yes.
And now Junie's okay. Yeah, please don't take the crap entrance.
No. Why take that when the other entrance actually exists? You can go to the vanilla entrance, or like the reverse vanilla, the French vanilla entrance to lower Norfair, which could be one of 3 bosses.
Yeah.
And with this ammo loadout, Junie has well more than enough to take a Ridley down. But hopefully for both players, they start finding some more E.
Because right now, Ridley, sorry, I interrupted you, but Seffi might find Ridley. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good. This is the hard part about doing comms. Like I don't know where you live, but we're in different parts of the country, very likely. And Ice Beam, nice beam.
Heck yeah.
It's so much easier if we were doing comms in person, but we make it work.
Not to mention, there's probably a little bit of latency when we're talking.
Absolutely, but Junie does get to this back of lower Norfair entrance, and it's so nice to see the key hunters go down so easily. We love seeing this extra set of super missiles here. All right, so we got Seffi here in wreck ship, about to find out who we got boss wise. This will give us information too, because we'll narrow down.
Oh, well,
Junie's
wait a minute. Oh, it's either Kraid or Dragon. I don't know what happened there.
I'm wondering. Well, I don't know. The watermark is there.
Wait, let's see. I'm just.
It may be some.
I'm just checking the race time channel. That's. Okay, so Seffi's saves just got deleted. I don't know what happened there, but... And his internet is also dead.
Oh, no. and they're having a discussion right now about what to do. Junie, being who he is saying he doesn't really want to take the W this way, but wow, that's really unfortunate. This is the second race in a row where something really bad has happened and has led to some kind of unfortunate finish. Yesterday, MM2 and I were doing coverage, and we watched Prof School take 2 deaths, and it kind of just killed that. Yeah, it's really unfortunate to have a seeds crash like this.
I don't know what happened there.
Chad has said, so I'm the common denominator. I mean, I even turned on the last seed and watched MM2's opponent take a really bad death, and it turned into basically a one-man show. So last 3 races I've watched. So Seffi's stream and internet went the way of the dodo. So unfortunately, it's kind of GG's here. Just Junie has to finish out the seed.
Man, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, this
Wow.
like we had it was such a good fun race going on. As we're seeing like the Aurora Borealis appear on his stream there.
Yeah, I guess just enjoy the. I guess is that the Weeb Garfield emote in the back? But yeah, that's. I don't know what to say.
And now we're just like.
But yeah, I don't feel like Junie. Knowing Junie, he probably won't finish the seed. But I don't know what will happen here. It might end up being a double forfeit because like he wouldn't want to just. He wouldn't find that fun if it's not a race anymore. I mean, on the bright side, it doesn't look like that it would change that. I don't know how it. I don't exactly remember how it's set up. I don't think it would change the outcome of like the Shaktool's Nightmare versus Catgirls, but at the same time, like it's still really upsetting to not have to race.
I mean, this is really like. I mean, okay, Junie's apparently going to start playing again. Okay. Okay.
Actually, I guess
well, I mean, if anything, what this will do is, yes, Junie, as long as Junie finishes a seed, Shaktool's Nightmare takes the W. Catgirls gets the L, but this is a 5 race. So, or there's a best of 5. So there will be another race, and maybe the teams will choose to have Junie and Seffi go.
I really hope so. Because, yeah. I guess, yeah, it wouldn't be a double forfeit, I don't think. Just trying to read the race chat. And also,
No.
Wait a second.
Oh, there's another E-Tank at least.
Yeah, it looks like we kind of have a conversation going on in the race chat right now. Just trying to figure out. It looks like Sephi is just gonna play around in the seed, but at this point, there's not really much he could do.
There was definitely a lot of conversation in the race room. That was the longest fanfare ever. Junie may be contemplating life or making pizza rolls. You know, of the things that could happen, we could get a Junie suddenly gets a DNF thanks to winter. His cat could hop on the computer and wreak havoc.
So yeah, I guess had this race happened earlier in the week, a reschedule would have been more reasonable.
Hey, Vanilla. So we didn't get to see the room that Steffi walked into, so we don't know who was in that ship, right? So this is...
Yeah. It was a boss that faded out, but that's both Kraid and Dragon, so...
Wow. Really nice. But when you have all those supers, that the Ridley fight is usually pretty automatic, but that was a really nice Ridley fight from Junie. So this will be an opportunity you're going to see, you know, maybe those of you who don't watch him as much. Oh, Vanilla E. I will take the Vanilla E with the Vanilla Ridley. Yeah, Junie's Ridley fight was really good there. That was so good. I almost wonder, does he run RBO?
He has in the past.
He has in the past. Okay. I know I've seen him run low ice or some other weird categories from time to time, but that Ridley fight was that was impressive.
Actually, let me check one thing really fast.
Best thing happening here right now is this this dancing croc in the right hand side of Sephi's screen. Yeah, give these runners a follow. It's really unfortunate for Sephi, but we know Sephi is an extremely good runner. Although, looks like our wonderful chatbot is as broken as Sephi's stream or Sephi's seed.
So it looks like Junie, I thought he did an RBMBO quite a while back, and yeah, he does have time for RBMBO, which is a funny category.
Thank you, Natalie, for getting that in there so we can at least see what's going, you know, at least have some links for the runners. While we're sitting here, I want to say thank you for Not Now Gwen for stepping up in the 11th hour, really, to make sure that we have a tracker for this race. Trackers and these are really the MVP. Absolutely necessary, so big shout out. All right, so what is RBMBO? Because that is a category I am not familiar with.
So that is reverse boss, mini boss order. So first boss is Mother Brain, and then you go to Ridley, and then Golden Teresa, and then all the way back.
That's really weird.
Yeah, also you kill Dragon before Bot Wound.
Wow. That's phenomenal. Yeah, and we see Sephi's broken save states. Very sad. I'm going to agree with chat saying any route with Spospo is a good route. Trotlog, thank you very much. Yes, if you'd like, please give myself or definitely Beeps. Beeps does some crazy running. And now Gwen, if you guys want to give us a follow, that'd be amazing. I've watched Beeps do some really stupid hard tricks in this game. Some of the mock balls or blue, some of the stuff I've seen you try, I'm just like, yeah, that's okay. I thought Junie was a masochist in this game. Beeps is on a whole other level.
I mean, I'm gonna say Junie's probably better than me, so because he's been actually playing the game. So like, I give credit where it's due. Junie is amazing at this game now.
Junie, I'm not going to disagree, but I'm also not going to let you take, not, at least I acknowledge in some ways that you are able to pull off some of the very hard tricks. Junie is a very consistent, outstanding player. Especially trying some of the harder tricks. Again, in this race, we said earlier, Sephi is going to be the faster vanilla runner, which is sad that we don't have him. Didn't see that, because we saw in this race they were both pretty close in everything that was happening, and Junie's experience in running was making it. It was not clear who was gonna be in the lead at that point. So like it's been a really good. It was a really good race up until we had this crash.
Yeah, it's a funny thing that was happening was that what I was noticing was that Sephi was in the lead, and then Junie just does one thing that pushes him like far ahead of Sephi, and then Sephi starts creeping back toward Junie, and then gets back into the lead, and then Junie just does one thing, and then he just jumps like far ahead of Sephi, and that kept happening over and over in this race.
Yeah, and that's why it's really a shame that we're in this situation, because it was. I honestly, we could watch a 3-race series from these players and probably see, amazing and vastly different outcomes.
What I'm actually kind of curious about, actually, I know Junie plays on emulator, so maybe it wouldn't happen, but is if that crash happens to Junie as well.
That would, okay. I have a problem with speaking things into existence. So, Beeps, don't do that.
Hey, I'm just curious. It happened to one runner. It could probably happen to the other, considering, it's literally the same file, same seed, and all that.
I'm aware. We just definitely do not want to see that happen.
Yeah, that would be. I would not want to see that. But it looks like Junie's setting up for Crystal Flash clip.
Well, this is a trick Junie is certainly capable of. You're gonna watch this grapple, swing Junie up. Perfectly executed first time, very nice. With the float. Meanwhile, Sephi's stream is at least back up. Only 58 minutes behind. Oof. Okay. So Junie takes the hits, controls where that happens, and is getting ready for this Crystal Flash. We'll get a few shots at this. Has to get it here or has to reset. Okay, that's a reset. So this is a trick that you have to position you have to reposition her in the where the bomb was laid. And once you do, it sees that you're there to execute the crystal flash, and it pushes you up just high enough that you're able to clip through the floor. For those of you that maybe don't know what Junie's trying to accomplish here. Oh, okay. Does the direct play this time. Doesn't need the extra grab. So, Beeps, you want to talk about why he just turned off high jump boots?
Yeah, so high jump is just, I guess Junie just learned this trick without high jump boots, really, and high jump just makes it harder, or changes the timing. Actually, no, it would make it harder, yeah. But basically, he wants to jump at a certain time, and high jump would change the jump timing. And considering this is he has to jump frame perfectly here, he really just needs to be consistent.
It looks like he's jumping early right now. And has, like, a couple times here has pressed down a little bit early. So likely, like, I expect it'll happen hopefully it happens this time just to push the game forward. For those of you who might not have been around, unfortunately, for Sephi, his game completely crashed and all of the memory and save slots disappeared. So this is a did DNF in the chat, is running just because. So Junie is running and just needs to finish this seed out.
And yeah, this is the last thing between him and go mode.
Yeah, so once he executes this trick, it's over. This is one of those things that had he made the wreck ship play, would have ice to be able to do the ice clip through here, but because he avoided wreck ship and has never went there, has to execute this harder trick.
Yeah. And we actually didn't see where the front of wreck ship is, like, because that could have been.
I'm guessing at this point the front of wreck ship is Turian.
Yeah, it could be Turian, but Turian could also be on the top of West Meridia. And there might be another transition I'm not thinking of, actually.
Grim David in chat mentions this trick looks hard. This is a frame perfect trick. You have to jump on the correct frame or you don't get it. I've seen runners try this with 30 power bombs and still reload 4 or 5 times. You have to have 10 power bombs when the trick goes to execute, because it eats 10 of your power bombs, 10 of your missiles, 10 of your supers.
Alternatively, Junie can just avoid all of this by doing a slope spark. That's only half a joke.
That's something you would do.
You can set up a slope spark in the area with the shoot soup. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. You can't access shoot soup here. Never mind. Go back and go to shoot soup somehow and do a slope spark, then come all the way over here.
Oops. Gotta go back and take that other damage hit. There it is. Oh. Guarantee you, Junie's getting very frustrated right now. This is like reset 5. Huh. I guess this isn't a bad, like, I mean, obviously for Sephi's like out, but going to find out what's back here probably isn't a bad idea, because if it's an E-tank, that's a helpful thing. Oh, it's power bombs.
This trick not being nice to Junie.
No, it is not. Little bit of thunder up. Go ahead.
Here's what Junie would have done if Sephi didn't crash here. Because, yeah, there really is no way Junie would go for this. Not this much. Actually, you know what? I don't know. Maybe he would. I'd have to ask.
I've seen him do this in a race situation. Just keep going for it. Last chance on this run. Come on. Nope. Yeah, so this seed, it proved a couple of things that we talked about, and this is just something I see in full countdown a lot. Route divergence, which we were getting a good amount of until, unfortunately, technology became an issue, and the lack of E-tanks in full countdown. It's something that I had, like, early on, I talked to Kip about this full countdown in general, and one of the thoughts they had was maybe full countdown should also have, could also have, not should necessarily, but could also have an E-tank counter for each area, because this happens a lot. And maybe if you know there's still E-tanks in the area, you might still keep searching.
All right, let's see this clip.
I guess for Junie, he knows that Sephi already DNF'd, so it's like, yeah, I can just keep doing this. I'm gonna get this for the swag. All right, and hopefully we finally get this here. This is the time. I believe it. I'm gonna speak it into existence. This will be the last. This will be the time that he gets the clip.
How lucky of a person are you?
Me?
He's gonna speak in something into existence.
The number. Well, usually I speak bad things into existence. So. I've definitely been like, I've called like, oh, there's gonna be like the worst thing that could happen to there is this thing, and then it happens. So that's why
Well,
I'm
let's see
not
if he
willing.
spoke it into existence. Or if you're just eternally doomed to bad luck. No, I'm kidding.
I have I've spoke runner deaths into existence. I spoke a super late morph. And actually the incident at Croc in the last tournament, which Croc had morph and the runners searched everywhere else, and we had a half-hour reset. I spoke that. I spoke that like both players had to reset at the half-hour mark. I spoke that one into existence. So, like, I've brought some unfortunate bad luck to runners. That was a really rough race between I think it was Baja and Exact Science. And that was a oof. We called that one the incident at Crack. That was a rough race. And yes, DJ, that was during the Chozo tournament. Oh no. Okay. So as I say that, I've also been around for some absolutely outstanding races, especially the finals of that Chozo tournament. That was it went to the last game. There was some really good things going on. Come on, Junie, get this one.
I believe.
All right, here we go. Like watching, Sephi run with knowledge right now is also interesting because you're seeing him kind of speed through.
Yeah. It would be weird if Sephi managed to
Finish before.
Yeah. I don't see that happening, but it's a thought that I just had.
Stranger things have happened. Like,
I think if he were, because he already did a DNF, he probably would. He probably wouldn't take the win just because, already DNF'd.
right.
It's like, hey, I'm
Well, I
not
mean-
racing anymore. Actually, haha, just kidding.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
back in.
technically with the rules, you kind of, once you forfeit, you forfeit. Like,
Yeah. Because that would just be.
well, because that would be incredibly unfair because the other
Yeah.
player would
Junior is playing like he Sephi already quit.
Exactly. He probably would not continue doing this if it were still live.
Yeah.
So that would be not okay.
He just said that he's doing it because he wanted to check out some routing ideas. Not that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Do you believe? I think I believe in Junie.
There it is.
Yo.
All right. Finally.
There's a clip. So yeah, with that, that's like the last big challenge of the run. Now he just has to kill 2 of the bosses.
All right, so here comes Botswoon. The worst hitbox in the game.
Which
But
one has the worst hitbox, Croc or Botboon?
it's
They're
definitely
both
they're
pretty
both
bad.
bad. But I definitely think Botswoon is worse. Like I don't have a huge problem hitting Croc. Botswoon still makes me wanna punch infants. Like it's
That's one way to put it.
that's not the kind of person I am. But you know, when you're that angry.
And Sephi finding that oh Sephi. Wow, nearly getting hit by the turtle.
And with that life would have been dead. And finds that Vario. Cal is probably like, really?
And
And avoids the shell. All right.
That shell is so dangerous.
We're gonna say that Junie took no resets. That was a first time execution.
First try.
Probably something like 10 or 11.
No, first try.
First try every time. Ooh. Effie's got to be very careful here. This is a good idea. Like, oh, they don't die to that. Oh, this is bad.
And he has no missiles, so can't even CF. Well, he can do a spring ball jump.
Whew, okay. Even though he's just running for fun, that was still like, I was stressed out watching that. There we go. Junie sets up for the much easier backup strat with the grapple beam to get through that room.
And at this point, it really doesn't matter what boss is down here. Oh, and that is Go Mode ammo.
Yes, we have 4060 in great shape. Our tracker had to deal with a full reset from one of the sides and, you know, doing a phenomenal job. So again, thank you, Gwen, for tracking this.
Now we have Kraid, which is the easier boss to have right now. Because with Kraid, you can just do a Shine Spark out of the Precious Room.
Very nice. Kraid quick kill. Gotten easily.
Yeah,
we know this is going to be a major back here. Charge beam. All right.
After getting all that ammo, too.
Go mode ammo just in time for charge. Junie was too cheap to buy the Kraid DLC. So, you get no prom night. Here comes the spring ball. I'm definitely interested in seeing where gravity is. Someone saying gravity is going to be at GT missiles. Nevdy's calling gravity missiles or gravity at GT missiles. You know what? The way this seed's played out, why not?
I think that'd be funny.
The scenes have been weird. Like I saw yesterday, a runner took an early death and had an opportunity to potentially come back, but needed vanilla gravity, and we got the vanilla gravity. Unfortunately, it took a death from Dragon shortly after, but we could have vanilla gravity in the seed. If that's the case, we're not going to see it because Junie has no reason to go get it. Yeah, this has been kind of a rough weekend of events. We've had a couple of, we had this weird technology issue for Sephi. We had Prof School taking the death yesterday. We're taking the second death. Maniacal took a death pretty late in the game, and it kind of ended that run. So it's been, man, it's been interesting. This game can be a cruel mistress.
I'm curious if the game's gonna crash again. Because Sephi is right back where he was when he got the Dragon crash.
I guess we will find out.
Because if it's consistent, then maybe that could give the devs a place to start? I don't know. I don't know how that all works, but all I know is that consistent crashes are easier to bug fix than inconsistent ones.
Now the problem is, what if that happens to Junie?
Then
okay, dang it, I spoke into existence. Oh, I'm so sorry.
And it looks like it worked fine for Sephi this time.
I should not have said it. Okay, okay, good. It may be, it looks like Sephi plays on cart, and Junie plays on the emulator, so sometimes that can be an issue. Sephi going to Dragon with 99 energy. This is yeah. You're watching a gamer here, folks.
I'm trying to remember what transition we haven't seen yet.
Sephi, chat points out Sephi's running low percent rando.
Yeah. So right now, what I'm thinking of is we have Turian, which can be in either the top of Main Street, or like top of West Meridia, or the left side of Rex Ship. But there's another transition I can't remember off the top of my head.
Sephi's got to be really careful.
Oh, wait. No, never mind. I don't know. Oh, never mind. We have seen top of Meridia. Thanks, Nevdi.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It's going to be the front side of Rex Ship.
Yeah. I did not see that transition. Like, I must have been looking away when the runners went there. Yeah, the other side of LN was on the left side of Business Center.
I think, yep, he's going for the Crystal Flash here. So he's doing this because he's going to get picked up, and this is going to give him a suit that he can spark out of the location. Junie on a mission at this point. knowing that all he's got to do is kill this boss and go to Turian. And this actually routes really well with us erect ship, and with us knowing that it pretty much has to be front erect ship to Turian.
Yeah.
Junie has a myriad of options here on how to take Dragon down, but with that charged plasma, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some microwave shrimp, which to me is not a good delicacy in any way whatsoever.
I don't know, I think it tastes pretty good.
Microwave shrimp? That's just ugh.
Make sure you do it at work and like in the communal.
Oh, in the break room for
Yeah, in the
everyone
break
else
room.
to smell. Yeah.
But instead of putting it in for like maybe like 30 seconds, you need to put it in for 5 minutes and walk away. I'm horrible. I'm sorry.
Like did like how did they make you that broken, Beeps, that you would do that to your coworkers?
You might cause a fire, but well, it depends on how much you like your workplace.
Apparently you don't like them at all.
not, not, I'm glad, Kip. No, I'm kidding. I'm all kidding. That is such a good line, though.
I just saw Kip's comment. Wow, that's phenomenal, Kip.
That really is a good one.
All right, and you see Junie enters Turian here, has plenty of ammo, has the charged plasma. Without full beam, I think you still unload mostly supers here. Am I crazy for that?
Wait, what was that?
With not having full beam, only having charged plasma, I think you still unload mainly supers here, especially having 60 of them.
So I believe that it's just it's the same speed if you have a super and charged ice wave plasma, but if you don't have all that, then just use supers. Because you can do one super every 20 frames, or one charge shot every 60 frames.
Junie never got that ice beam, which was that was the wreck ship boss item. So would have been able to grab that, but didn't. Would have made these Metroid rooms a little bit faster, but completely not worth the time at this point. Sephi gets Dragoned. Of course, this is the like super slow route through these Metroid rooms. But Junie, used to this, really manipulating this fourth Metroid room really well.
One thing I know Junie likes to do is save Dusty Terizo.
Oh, yep. Let's see if we get the two things I expect from Junie. I expect fine art here.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
unfortunate.
And the Lomian float. These are
Lomies floaties.
Well, we didn't get the baby skip. Oh,
we are getting Lomies floaties, though. I'm gonna call it that from now on. I don't care what anyone says.
We got the low medium float. I do have to say that I hate that this happened. Like as much cursed as I might be lately on these races, I wanted to see this race. Beeps and I were talking about the business matchup before we got in, how much we wanted to see this race because of the differing skills with Seffi being a much more experienced vanilla runner with honestly better movement. Not to say that Junie's movement is bad, but like let's be honest, when you're talking about a 41
41 versus a mid 50.
right, you're talking well, and I have a feeling if Junie really put time into it, he'd probably be more like because his skill has vastly improved since then.
I'd be willing to say maybe like, actually I'll let you say your time.
I would guess he'd probably be 45, 46 now.
Yeah.
But I mean, definitely not the same as a 41 runner that Seffi is. Like that's upper tier in vanilla running. But yeah, like, and I'm gonna agree with Kip in chat that we should run this back out for game 4 for this matchup. Like, I really want to see these two runners run a full race without technical issues.
Yeah. It's funny because when I heard this race is going to be happening like 2 weeks ago, I've just been kind of on top of them. Like, hey, did you schedule your race yet? Did you schedule your race? And then I just submitted the race like commentary like the first moment I could.
Yeah, this is like same thing. When I saw it, I'm like, I didn't know if I was gonna be free tonight, and then I just made myself free tonight. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do comms. I want to do comms on that race. Like, of all the races I want to do in this week, this was the one because of this matchup. Like, I mean, I'll be transparent. I watch Junie stream all the time, but I also watch Seffi stream quite a bit, because I watch how good of I want to see those upper tier runners. And when Seffi runs vanilla, it's watching just absolutely phenomenal running.
You could say that the runs are quality crisp.
I have nothing. Dragon is just being a jerk to Seffi. This is not okay. This is so many Dragon killing so many runners in the last two things I've seen. Seffi just skipping the E-tank. Is this about the pride at this point? Oh, just going off. Not even. Forget that stupid shrimp mama. All right. Mother Brain 2 is down. Junie is a rainbow beam, destroying Mother Brain's face. I'll never forget the first time I played this game, that how terrifying the whole last fight was. You know, that like Ridley having that extremely hard Ridley fight and getting to hear and thinking this was going to be a hard fight, and I'm like, this fight felt much easier. But the first time that Metroid came onto the screen, I remember jumping and being terrified. Like, what's going on? Like, here I think I'm about to finish the game, but here we go. Junie's in the escape. We get the spark up through here. Does he remember to? Does not remember to hold jump through the door. You don't hold jump, you always fall there, and it definitely slows you down. And here comes the last moonfall of the game of Junie. Yep, there's the last moonfall of the game.
Last moonfall if you're a coward.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
and
I'll stop.
do we get a vertical or do we get? Oh, we get a vertical spark. Okay, no beehee spark here. All right, up parlor. Dooney goes. And on to criteria surface.
Is he gonna save the animals? I think he knows I'm on comms. I think he's
He
gonna do
knows
it.
you're on comms. Oh, this is the worst. Or is this going to be a fake out save? No, it's a real save. Oh, I'm so disappointed by this.
There we go.
You'll see all kinds of emotes in the chat of Beeps and his love for the animals. This Junie was doing that as a gift for Beeps. All right, on to the surface. And here Junie comes with an official race time GG of 1:35.
GG.
I mean, kind of GG. Like, I mean, congrats on the win, but like, oh, this was.
No, it was GG. It's 100% GG. It's
Okay, fair,
it's
Seppi.
Junie. When you watch Junie, it's always a good time. Like it's always gonna be a GG. It probably doesn't feel like a GG, but let's be honest. He popped off. He
Like,
did what he
honestly, Seppi, I
did.
really wish we could have seen this without that death or without that glitch because and Junie's going to join us in a second here. You guys were so close, like, and you were in very vastly different areas, but the race was definitely not determined. And like, you guys you're on the same route for a little bit, but you guys were like, Sephi, you'd be ahead a little bit, and then Junie would make some move to get ahead, and then Sephi, you would get back ahead, and it was so close. So when that was you, and then finally you guys make a major route diversion. And you know, we were all looking forward to seeing where things went, but unfortunately we know what happened. And now we're joined by Junie. How's it going, Junie? GG.
Junie. GG.
GG.
Winter has taken over the mic. Junie, wait.
Oh, hi.
Maybe he's
There he
there
is.
we go.
Hey,
My
there we
mic
go.
was off. I don't feel good. I don't feel good.
So sorry.
GG Sephi.
GG.
I think we all agree that game 4 in your matchup needs to be the two of you, needs to be the match we were supposed to see.
I mean, I'd be down for that. I don't know. As a team, we haven't even made any plans yet for what to do for game 4.
I think based on what we just saw, I think everyone would agree that we need to see that run back.
I don't know. I mean, I lost. You know, I'm pretty sure he would have won regardless. Like, it looks like by the looks of it, Junie, you finished. Oh, wait a minute. You did it without ice, without space jump. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you had the space jump. You did that criteria power bomb check.
Oh wait, yeah, GT missile, of course. That's what grab was.
GT missile for gravity. Wait,
Wow.
no, gravity was wave. Gravity was wave.
Wait a minute. Did I
Waving
mistake
was
that?
wait.
gravity. Wow.
Wave was at gravity. Gravity was at GT missile.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So yeah, wow, that's ugly.
Wow. But Sephi, you're very humble, but I know that I think anyone feels great with how that one ended.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's fine because let's see.
Here's the thing.
This was a mess. This is exactly the type of seed that I was scared to race against Junie because this is what he excels at.
Yeah. I mean, but even still though, I mean, I've been watching both of y'all very extensively, and both of y'all were extremely scared of each other for this race. Like, watching.
I mean, honestly, from both of you, it's good reason because you both have. We were talking about it all through the race that, Junie, you've got extensive knowledge in all these randomizers, and Sephi, you're one of the upper tier vanilla racers, so you both have massive strengths that you bring to the table. So we were really looking forward to seeing how that was going to turn out.
Junie, how do you feel?
I
Not good.
feel, yeah. I mean, I really debated on forfeiting anyway, but I don't know.
I mean, I feel like we like you said, and I'm also kind of worried how this is gonna come off, but it's like we I hate this. I hate that I gotta speak like this, but we could, afford the loss pretty much. Like I'm like whatever. Like I it just happens. Like I don't know what happened with my SD2 SNES. I saw that it was Dragon, and I was gonna. Okay, here's what happened. I found ice. Then I went to Dragon because I'm like, if I can't kill this thing, I'm just gonna go back to Mama Turtle, and then go pick ice because I'm just gonna finish the game like that. Whatever. I wasn't even gonna bother with gravity, and plus having Spring Ball and Space Jump and all that, it just felt like the play. So when I reset after I found Dragon, all of a sudden, I guess I'm pretty sure that's when my game feed died too.
Yeah.
And when I went back to the main menu, all my files were gone. So I'm like, well, first I gotta find out what's up with my game feed, and I gotta fix it because I don't know what to do. And yeah, but I think I am curious to see, to watch it back at how it was up to that point, because Junie said we were talking in the race time, and he said that he had found Varia, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder how far or close I would have been. So then when I finally fixed my game feed, I went back and was like, I'm just gonna try to make the plays that I intended to make, and then I'll just mess around with trying to escape Dragon without Spring Ball.
Yeah, so where was Ice and Space Jump? I didn't find either of those.
Space Jump was Criteria Power Bombs, and Ice was the boss reward in Wreck Ship.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, part of it for me too was, I mean, it sounds more douchey on my end, but like the fact that you were already 2 ahead, and I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't feel good.
No.
Hey, you know what?
I mean,
Here's the
that
thing.
means you have morals.
You do. You don't, like, you're a competitor. You want to race, but
I mean, winning
As
by
fans?
technicality is not fun for.
as fans, we get another race from your 2 teams. So there's always that.
Like I said, we could get the rematch that we all want.
I honestly, I feel like we had the race that we wanted, even though it's not like I don't know in the books, but we did have that one race.
That's reason.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Which was like an async race, right, Junie?
Yeah.
You know what? In that case, y'all are good. As long as you caught the race that you wanted at some point.
I don't know. Chat's calling for the rematch. So
All I'm saying is that this gives me like the biggest anxiety. Like you have no idea how. Oh my gosh, when I found out it was Junie, I was like, it's over. It's over.
Well, I felt the same way.
I'm not kidding. It's like,
well, I mean, that just says a lot about you guys' respect for each other and knowing each other's abilities and what you do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I've said it plenty of times, and I will always like shout it from like the top of, I don't know, the clouds of a mountain. It's like literally Junie is my inspo. He's my favorite randomizer runner, player, whatever you want to call it. And I don't think people should sleep on how good he is. Like, it's killer.
Well, Sephi, you've always been an inspiration too. So I like it's honestly it's weird for me to hear you say all those things because like I feel like I'm so far beneath you. But we've been over this. We've been over this.
Yeah, I know. It's been a thing, but legit though, GG. Yeah, we do have to discuss with our teammates, see how they want to proceed. I'm scared of what might happen with my game files. I don't know how.
I hope we never see that again. But yeah. So, Steffi, any last thoughts from you before we roll out of this week?
My last thoughts are shout outs to Glenn for tracking and to Vincent and Beeps for the comms. I hope also everyone that showed up to watch. Follow Junie, and I think that's all. That's all I have to say.
Junie, do you have any last thoughts?
I just second all of that. Thanks for comms, and I'm gonna go cry in a corner.
Go pet winner. Like, go make some pizza rolls and pet winner. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Maybe if you're feeling it, maybe a scoop of ice cream too. I don't know.
I should do that. All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Our pleasure. We should have been a full race, but it's what it is. Beeps, do you have any last thoughts before we rock out?
Honestly, I can't really think of anything other than I guess Junie had one condition for me doing commentary, and I will say I did do that. So there you go. You're welcome. That's all. Follow the runners. They did a great job. And also shout out to Gwen for tracking, and follow Vincent as well for doing co-com. Yeah, that's all.
Appreciate it. Hope to see you guys in the next races. The next race on the schedule for the tournament, as of right now, is we have a race on Tuesday, Game 4 between the A team and Bigos Amigos. Apathy Duck versus Nick Player. That'll be Tuesday at 3:10 Eastern. So that'll be a good race for sure. Come check that out. Unfortunately, the bot's dead, so I'm not going to be sending any messages up. But for our runners who are awesome tonight, Sephi coming back and trying to running through at the end there. It's what it is. For Gwen for tracking and Beeps on comms. Thank you all for coming out, and we will see you guys next mission.